Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today we're going to be talking about Block Wars Rookies 2, baby! Block Wars Block Wars Rookies 2 in review. Today I'm going to be talking about it. I was slightly behind, let's be real, in terms of talking about this event. I posted my VOD a day late, and this video is like 3 days after the event happened. My excuse, and it's a very valid one, is that my parents have been sick and I've been trying to take care of them, and also they go to bed when I usually record or stream, which is also why I haven't been live. Either way, okay, back to business, no more yapping around, okay, let's get back to it. Either way, if you haven't watched Block Wars Rookies 2 and like plan to watch it and you like don't want to get spoiled, this is your note to not watch this video, okay? Because I will be spoiling the winners, some performances, etc. Okay, so just so you know, heads up. All right, let's get into it. Before we get into it, Block Wars has been posting little highlight clips from the past event on their main channel. If you want to see some of the highlights and you haven't already seen this or you're not aware, Block Wars event on YouTube at Block Wars event. They've been posting some videos, very nice, just short little tidbits, little highlights of the event, if you're curious. All right, the winners were the red team from Rookies, which very, very nice. The finale was fantastic, at least in terms of who got in. I think it made for a very interesting, finals, because I feel like the two teams that made it were relatively similar in terms of performance. I actually don't remember the scores, but I'd say that the red team was a relatively well-rounded team with, two people leading the team, which would be Sneeg and Joe for the most part. And then the Aqua team was also a relatively well-rounded team with two people leading the team, being Smant and Fur. Either way, very, very, fun team to win. This was my pick in terms of entertainment for this event. The team that I thought was going to win ended up getting two of the members subbed out at the end because Slippy and Rain couldn't end up making it. Also, just before I forget, 3 people did end up subbing out, Slippy and Rainho, because Rainho was building a PC for 7 hours, and Sleepy was with Rain at the time. I assumed there was some complications potentially with Sleepy potentially streaming. When he messaged me, he said something about like scuffness, whatever, so maybe they were sharing setups or whatnot. Either way, the other person was Iron Mouse, because Iron Mouse was sick, and, Iron Mouse has a condition that is already known. So, full respect, completely understand. We should have at least considered preparing for that, because we didn't. So, full respect to that. Either way. Red team won against Aqua team in the finals. Next up, that spawned, not them winning necessarily, but Block Wars, yet again, 2 for 2 now, has spawned some friendships. And, like, the day after, or like 2 days after, or today, it might have been today, I don't remember. No, this was 2 days after. They play stream stuff again together. So very funny, very silly, very nice. The first time that this happened, Sneeg, Joe, and Handsome, became friends because they were on the same team. Yet again, now with Pezzy and Puffer alongside that group as well. Also fun to see Grizzy incorporated into this group. Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm on my hands and knees praying that we can get Grizzy and Block Wars. That would be so cool. So, hey, maybe, you never know. Maybe this could be, we could go back to back here. Maybe the Grizzy plays in Block Wars Rookies 3. Who knows? Is it gonna happen? We might try, but it would be very cool, very nice. Anyways, here are all the teams. I will be looking, actually here, the team leaderboard was like this, as follows. As you can see, the top 2 teams are actually very close. Second and third was a decent gap between them. Say 3rd to like 6th was relatively close. Then the bottom 2 teams were quite a bit behind, including my team in 8th. That was an interesting one. I liked my team for the most part. We'll get to that as well in a little bit. But team placements overall pretty solid. I feel like this event was a little bit better in terms of balancing than the last. Also because we had a lot less Minecrafters in, so there wasn't as much room to complain about team balancing. I know that some people were a little critical, being like, well, these teams aren't rookies teams, some of them at least, which is just wrong. There was like one team that didn't have, actually, there was no team that didn't have at least 2 newcomers on it. Initially, yellow team was going to have only 1, but it ended up having 2. Either way, yeah, every team I would consider for sure was a rookies team. There was no team that had like very few newcomers and like insane players on it, you know. So, anyways, viewership also was nice for this event. Pretty much 40,000. I mean, 39.5 peak viewership according to this. This does not include some of the YouTube viewership. I think it's just the YouTube viewership that was missing. I think that was like an additional like 2,000 to 3,000. So very nice, good viewership. Big fan of that one. Very nice. Can we run it back for the next one? Probably, but hey, no guarantees, because the previous record that we had was like 25,000 maybe, or like 23. I don't remember. So big glow up for blockwars, big W for blockwars there. Next up. Handsome Fella is a notable one to mention. Actually, before we get to that, individual leaderboard, some things that need to be mentioned. First of all, Misty first place individual. I knew it was either going to be Fruit or Misty. I thought Fruit was going to be the dominant person to be in first. I don't know exactly why he's not first. I don't judge him for it necessarily, because if you look at the scores, top 3 was just clear from the rest. It was like a 250 point difference between 3rd and 4th, so like that's just not even close. We're gonna ignore that I got 12th, but yeah, Misty got 1st, very nice. Shatter 2nd, also very impressive, and Fruit 3rd, very nice. Sneak 4th, kind of surprising. Not super surprising, because I would say, I mean, I said this before, Sneak's just a good Minecraft player, and within this comp, he's very capable of performing well. Hannah 5th, very good for a first event of performance, obviously. 5 up 6th, the fraud allegations have been beaten. Ghosty 7th, also very good. Smant and Fur, 8th and 9th. Fun fact, I mean, you've probably, if you're still here, you've probably watched the event. Smallland was in first for like a good portion of the event, which I was shocked to see that. Like, that was crazy. So yeah, Smant was like absolutely popped off. Their team did great. I mean, neither, let's see, oh, oops. Aqua Team was the only team to not have a single bottom half player, which is incredible. Crazy performance. And yeah, Gumi as well, 11th, very good first event performance. Anthos 13th, very nice. Handsome Fella 15th, incredible. Like a lot of the rookies and people just did really good all around. Just big props to everyone. Seemed to be a very fun event. I'm pretty sure most people like had a great time. So very good. Anyways, Handsome Fella, yeah. Gotta give a little shout out to Handsome Fellow, okay? Look, let's keep it a buck. We did not expect him to, here, I mean, they already like mentioned it. Absolutely cooked in move. I think he outplaced Joe Bart in move. I don't remember if that's true. 7th in extraction is really good. Beating Beep Test with only 1 fault. Not just beating it, but also having a life left upon beating it is crazy. Like, it's crazy. Didn't think he was invisible in Bloodsent. I assume that means he did good in Bloodsent. But yeah, like, it's just, Handsome Fella did incredible this event. Massive glow up from 40th in blockwars 10, which, to be fair, blockwars 10 was relatively high comp, but still, 40th to like 15th, incredible. Also, that leads, not necessarily that leads to the next thing, but another thing to mention that I think a lot of people would care about, and that I most certainly care about, which rookies are likely to play again. Now, playing again is, you know, you gotta see the differences. Playing another rookies, I think, applies to 95% of the players that were in this event. I think the majority, vast majority, of the players that were in rookies 1 and 2 would want to be in another rookies. The main thing that factors in is how many of these people from rookies 2 would be down to play in non-rookies blockwars events. And I think there's a good amount of people that would be down. I will not say anything because we actually we didn't survey the people in the blockwars player server after the event, but we sent out a ping from which we got some information, and there will be people returning hopefully soon for non-rookies events. but there's a handful of people who were interested in playing. So maybe we'll see them in the next event in March. Maybe we'll see them in another event. Who knows? But yeah, mission successful, I guess. There's a good amount of people who were down to play more. And then finally, ending on a not so great note, my teammate, one of my teammates at least, who is the main reason that I wouldn't say that my team was like amazing, decided to just not play one of the mini games, which you know, I spoke to people about this, not because like I was bothered by it obviously, but like some people said that I should have manned up a bit more, been like more vocal about this behavior, I guess, or whatnot. I'm not playing the clip, by the way, because I can't be asked, but my teammate just refused to play the entirety of party. Look, as the organizer of the event, I need to hold back, obviously, a little bit, keep my calm, and also, I was on a team with 4 people who, before this event, didn't know who I was. I don't want to leave an impression of me being a rude asshole, you know, by screaming at them for not wanting to play the game. It's their choice to not want to play the game. The way they decided to do it was a little disrespectful, and obviously I did not appreciate it. But it is their choice to make, and you know, as much as it sucks during the event, it just means that future event participations are unlikely. Blacklisting is maybe a step too far. Like I've already said this in the past. I am one to be able to forgive and forget. If this person were to be very interested in playing again and they, you know, want to apologize, that is completely fine. And if they don't, that's also completely fine. You know, we don't really particularly mind. Well, we do mind, but like it's not the craziest thing for someone to not want to play the event anymore. That's completely fine. Didn't want to mention it though, because some people have been in talks about this. So yeah, my stance on it is, yes, it sucked that it happened. Yes, it ruined my experience a little bit, but do I blame them for not being interested in playing? No. Do I blame them for how they communicated that? A little bit, at least. Anyways, that's Block Wars Rookies 2 in review. A good event, good viewership, good players. We will see some of these players again. Curious to see what the next rookies will look like. It probably won't be for a little bit due to other things, but yeah, very excited to see how we will go forward. Fun to think that in terms of the hold up, can I find my channel without? I can probably do that. Fun to think that the video I posted most recently, the funny argument, which we can, I mean, okay, well, there's an ad, so it doesn't matter. But the funny argument, which is about whether Blockwars is bigger than MCC, viewership was mentioned, and as much as my point still stands, you can't compare the two because of, you know, MCC being a regular event and Blockwars being the rookies event. The viewership the projected viewership was pretty accurate. So hey, fun. Maybe next time we'll go higher, or we'll keep the same. Who knows? Anyways, thank you for watching. That was Wolfeei, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.